The story begins with teenagers having a blast at the beach. One of the girls named Viola shines as a football player, impressing her boyfriend, Justin. However, at school, Viola faces a setback as there aren't enough girls for the women's football team, leading to its disbandment. Frustrated, she challenges the boys' team. Despite her coach's skepticism, Viola remains determined. Justin, her boyfriend, is the boys' team goalkeeper, initially supports her. But Viola asks for Justin's approval to fight against his team. Unexpectedly, Justin changes his attitude and lies, saying Viola is not good at playing football. Hurt by his betrayal, Viola decides to break up with Justin, unwilling to tolerate dishonesty. Justin, regretful, pleads for another chance, but Viola walks away, determined to stand her ground. Not long after, Viola heads home to find her mother has prepared some dresses for Viola to wear. But Viola is a tomboy, and she declines, revealing her football team disbanded and her breakup with Justin. Meanwhile, her twin brother, Sebastian, plans a trip to London for his bands to perform at a music festival, without informing their mom. Instead, he pretends to stay with their father, who's divorced. Seeking a transformation, Viola visits Paul's salon, aiming to resemble Sebastian. She also learns male mannerisms, so she looks more natural as a true man. To meet her brother, Viola lies about staying at their father's place, citing Sebastian's girlfriend, Monique, as her etiquette guide to become a classy woman. Delighted, her mom approves her trip. Not long after, Paul escorts Viola to Sebastian's new school, where she poses as him. Entering the boys' dorm for the first time, Viola encounters their rowdy antics. After a struggle, she locates Sebastian's room. Inside, she meets Duke, her roommate, and his friends Andrew and Toby, all football players. However, Viola accidentally drops a tampon on the bed that raises questions. She improvises, claiming it's for nosebleeds, and to convince them further, she even demonstrating, which amuses and repulses the boys. Together with Duke, Viola joins the team but struggles physically. Despite her efforts, she's relegated to a substitute role due to her coach's dissatisfaction. After training, everyone goes to the locker room to shower and clean up. And Viola is confused about how she should be naked in front of all the boys. Fortunately, the coach instructs Viola to meet the principal in his office. On her way out, she collides with Olivia, who's immediately taken with the fake Sebastian. In the school cafeteria, Viola sits with Duke and the other friends. It turns out Duke harbors feelings for Olivia, and his love has been rejected by Olivia before. Duke's rival named Malcolm comes and tries to get Olivia's attention. However, Olivia doesn't like Malcolm and keeps looking at Viola, who disguised herself as Sebastian. At night, Viola attempts to shower but faces Malcolm's reprimand for wearing the wrong shoes. Duke intervenes and intentionally throws a towel at Malcolm's face. Because the locker room is full, Viola fails to shower. On the other hand, Sebastian's status as an outcast prompts Viola to seek Paul's help. Paul devises a plan. At a restaurant, Duke and his friends refuse to sit with Sebastian, who then attracts attention from girls, portraying him as the ultimate bad boy. Unfortunately, Monique, Sebastian's real girlfriend, arrives. Paul panics and tells Viola that if Monique sees her up close, her disguise will be exposed. Viola tries to avoid Monique, but in the end, she decides to publicly break up with Monique, causing her to leave in embarrassment. This act boosts Sebastian's popularity, and he gains admiration from everyone at school that seek advice from Sebastian on women matters. In the lab, Olivia arrives with Malcolm, and Duke blushes in her presence. The teacher instructs the students to pick a piece of paper containing a student's name to be paired up for a lab lesson, and in the end Viola pairs with Olivia for a lab lesson. Duke asks Viola to swap partners, but she refuses. Afterward, Duke pulls Viola aside and offers to help her become the star player on the football team in exchange for setting him up with Olivia. Without hesitation, Viola agrees. The following day, Viola trains rigorously with Duke's assistance to excel. Meanwhile, Malcolm becomes increasingly fixated on winning Olivia's affection, going to great lengths to impress her. While in London, Sebastian calls Viola, who assures him that she has handled his school matters and everything is going well. In the lab, Viola tries to arrange a date between Olivia and Duke, but Olivia shows no interest in Duke. Despite this, Viola convinces Olivia to give Duke a chance. However, to Viola's surprise, Olivia becomes more intrigued by her as Sebastian instead. At night, Sebastian gets a call from his mom reminding him about the carnival tomorrow, which he promised to attend with Viola. Which turns out Duke also has to go. In the end, they all go to the carnival, But when Viola sees Monique, she runs off to avoid her. She returns to being Viola to meet her mom, but then encounters Justin, who still thinks they're still in relationship. Viola then changes back to Sebastian and Monique spots her, chasing after her until Paul and his friends intervene, allowing her to change back into herself. On a kissing boat, Viola has a chance to kiss Duke, making Justin, who still thinks she's his girlfriend, jealous. He punches Duke, starting a fight that gets them kicked out by Viola's angry mom. Back in the room, Viola is surprised to find Duke with a tampon in his nose from the fight. Duke admits he fought with Justin, prompting Viola, as Sebastian, to ask if Duke likes his sister, leaving Duke feeling awkward realizing Viola is Sebastian's sibling. On the other side, Malcolm spies on Duke and Viola practicing football, noticing Viola's hard work. It turns out the coach also pays attention to Viola, who works hard in football training and making her the star player. Duke congratulates Viola, and Olivia, who's in the gym, becomes obsessed with winning Sebastian's love. She decides to make Sebastian jealous by using Duke, who falls for her trap. Duke is so happy because he feels Sebastian has successfully set him up with Olivia. Knowing this, Olivia is surprised and jealous because she likes Duke. Shortly after, Viola notices Olivia's plan and confronts her. Olivia thinks that Viola, as Sebastian, is starting to get jealous of her, then invites her to a double date, asking her to bring Eunice. At the restaurant, Duke, who can't handle women, bores Olivia. Not long after, Olivia, as Sebastian, arrives with Eunice, pleasing Olivia. She tries to make Sebastian jealous by kissing Duke, prompting Sebastian to leave Eunice with Duke. At the airport, Sebastian records a message for Monique, saying he's returning early and wants to talk. Meanwhile, Viola attends an event where Olivia is also present. During dinner, Viola eats impolitely while glaring at Olivia, causing discomfort. Viola then follows Olivia to the bathroom, where Olivia confesses her love for Sebastian. Unbeknownst to them, Monique, who is in the toilet, hears everything and thinks Olivia is ruining her relationship with Sebastian. They end up fighting, with Viola tries to defend Olivia. The commotion is heard outside and they are stopped by Mrs. Cheryl. Late at night, Duke observes Olivia from a distance as she runs to the real Sebastian and kisses him passionately, confessing her love. Sebastian, caught off guard, is bewildered by the sudden affection. Not long after, Monique receives a call from Sebastian, revealing his recent whereabouts in London, much to her surprise. In another room, Duke confronts Viola. Feeling betrayed by Sebastian's actions, she then kicks her out. Malcolm, still plotting against Sebastian, discovers an old photo of Viola and Sebastian, realizing they're twins. Monique arrives at Sebastian's room, where Duke hands her Sebastian's phone. As she answers, Justin is on the line, but Malcolm snatches the phone away. At night, while Duke sleeps soundly, the real Sebastian returns to the room, pleasantly surprised to find his belongings neatly arranged. The next day, Sebastian is awakened by his football teammates, puzzled by their familiarity with him. On the other hand, Viola, staying in Eunice's room, feels uneasy as Eunice continuously stares at her, prompting Viola to leave. Meanwhile, Viola's parents arrive to watch Sebastian's football match. However, Sebastian struggles on the field, prompting Viola to try and contact him, but fails. The principal, Malcolm, and Monique also arrive at the field. Malcolm had earlier informed the principal of Sebastian's true identity. The principal announces this to everyone, but Sebastian convinces them that he is a man. However, Malcolm demands proof, which Sebastian provides by unzipping his pants, shocking the crowd. The principal then reprimands Malcolm for his lying, and the match resumes. At halftime, Viola finally locates Sebastian and confesses her impersonation. They switch back, with Viola then returning to her identity as Sebastian. The match is intense, with both teams performing well. However, in the middle of the game, Duke and Justin get into a fight, making the situation uncontrollable. Olivia worsens the situation by approaching Sebastian, injuring Duke, and affecting Sebastian's game. Finally, Viola admits her disguise and revealing everything. Justin and his team laugh at Viola's team because there is Viola, who is a girl, but her coach remains supportive. Shortly after, one of Justin's friends falls Viola and receiving a red card, resulting in Viola gets a penalty kick. Justin, as the goalkeeper, underestimates her, but with Duke's assistance, Viola scores, securing victory for her team. In the end, Viola's parents reconcile and Sebastian introduced to Olivia, while Duke ignores Viola. At night, Duke expresses his feelings to Viola during a party, where they arrive together as a couple. They kiss, becoming the center of attention. Viola is now on the football team and has Duke's affection. Finally, the movie concludes. Moral lesson from the story: being yourself is the best goal to score, even if it means kicking away the wrong shoes. And remember, if life throws you a tampon, just claim it's for nosebleeds.